Coach, all three of your guys, did you see, I mean, I guess they're all in the top 10 in yardage in the SEC. I mean, did you see this coming for that trio? Did you think the potential was there for them to have this kind of year?
I think the potential was there. I'd be lying if I saw the amount of production. I think it's rare and I think it's really cool. I think the amount of production that they have and success that they've had, I think that can create some complacency. It's human nature, and I think what I'm trying to get those guys to always fight is that complacent thought, because we talk about in the receiver room all the time. That complacency is what'll kill you. It stops your process, stops your focus and your urgency, and I think that's just been my message. And kudos to those guys. They've been listening and buying in, and they've been sponges the entire year. So it is rare, it's cool, but there's still more out there for us to go get.
Adam the Brent.
Back in December, when Squirrel goes into the portal, and Braylon Staley's your next guy in line, what was your comfort level at that point, knowing that he was going to be filling those shoes and knowing he was going to be replacing a guy who produced so much?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think the bigger piece of that question is I think college football has evolved. Is a lot more of NFL style. And the reason I say that is because, at that level, there comes a time where you got, a guy that is experienced, maybe older, and there comes a point in the road where you got a younger guy who's promising, and you got to trust your evaluation. I think what we do an incredible job of in this building is we're spot on a lot of times on our evaluations. There's a bunch of young guys in that room. Mike, too. He was a freshman last year who played some. But we trusted our evaluations. We trusted, how those guys looked last year. And at that point, honestly, there was a lot of peace amongst me, Coach Halsey, Coach Hype, everybody on the offensive staff. We felt like we had the pieces we need. Now, at that point, you got to go work and make it happen. But there weren't a lot of long faces. There weren't a lot of guys that weren't confident in those players. And I think that came from our evaluations. We knew who they were in high school when we recruited them. We confirmed that when they got here and they worked the way they did. And so when you come to that crossroad where you got maybe an experienced player and a young player, I think you got to trust your eval. And that's what we're seeing right now.
Kind of a follow-up on Braylon. Where is he better now than he was in September or 1st of October as a player in this offense, as a route runner, and just kind of how he plays the game maybe now than what he was doing early in the season?
Yeah, that's good. I think route running, for one, he's much better. He understands angles. He does a great job of sitting in windows over the middle of the field. He does a great job of fluctuating his speed, knowing when to play at top speeds, and being able to manipulate defenders that way. I say the biggest leap that he's taken is just physicality. Like when he got here, he was obviously a football player in high school, but he ran track, and physicality didn't come natural. And you guys know, just like I know in this league, man, you got to be physical at every position. And you see him on some of the stuff where he's blocking. And against Oklahoma, he's pinning a guy on the sideline on the ground, and Mike's sprinting for 20, 30 yards because of it. And I think, that physicality helps him also in routes when you get man coverage and things like that. But he's taking a leap there, and I think it's helped his confidence a lot, and he's playing at a high level right now.
Patrick.
Coach, kind of piggybacking off Adam's question with Chris, probably maybe a similar situation to trust the eval for you guys, but you guys had seen him play. What made you guys confident that he could have the season? Because obviously he came in from Tulane with a lot of talent and had a productive season, but what made you guys sort of stay the course with him and trust him like you did?
I think it's kind of the same song. Chris has got some rare traits. He's got really elite ball skills. He's 6'3" and a half, and man, he can run just as fast and as twitchy as a 5'11", 5'10" slot receiver. For him, it was making the game slow down and allowing him to be confident in himself and what he was doing. And I think that's the result that you're seeing this year. The game slowed down for him. It's become easy, and he's reacting while the game's going instead of thinking. And I think that's what's helped him a ton. But it's kind of the same song. You know what guys can do when you recruit them for so long. And I think you just got to assess and try to figure out ways to put them in positions to be confident and comfortable.
Kelsey, with Joey throwing 4 interceptions the last 2 games, what are you communicating with your guys to maybe work on this week to help Joey going into this game against Florida?
Yeah, I think Joey's going to be fine. I think he's going to figure that out. My communication with our guys, we got to make sure we're better. So in the case it is something that goes haywire, we'll make up for it. But we trust the quarterbacks, we trust what they do in that room, and we just got to do our job, and we'll clean that stuff up.
Patrick.
Another one, Chris. He started the season and so productively. Have defenses sort of shifted how they're defending him, giving him more attention? How have you seen him sort of be defended differently, and how has he sort of responded?
Yeah, they
respond as an offense?
absolutely. They try, and then number 4, he goes and make plays, and then they try to get him, and number 14 goes and makes plays, and a couple of them guys get tired, and number 5, Rodarius Jackson or Travis Smith, they come on the field and they make plays. And I think that's when you got a good group. Like, their production is literally compounded off each other. Chris ain't making plays because he's the only one on the practice field working hard. Like, Braylon's working hard and grinding to get better, and now he's winning one-on-one matchups. So as a D coordinator, like, I'm looking across the field, and I don't see anybody on the field that I want to leave one-on-one. And so those guys have grown so close, and it's cool seeing them all be successful. And I think naturally they all know that, my success ain't just me. And it's a testament of the slot receiver or the outside receiver to the opposite side. Those guys are winning their matchups. I can't be double. It's helping open me up and helping me have success. So those guys have matured a lot, and they've grown a lot. And it's cool seeing their bond and seeing them all have success right now.
Good.
Thank you all.
Thank you.